Lafayette Christian, Kia of LaGrange, Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Let's go live to the showroom at Kia of LaGrange to give you the inside scoop on Lafayette Christian football.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback, Lafayette Christian School Edition. I am Nate Shaw. I'm the head football coach at Lafayette Christian School. Here with me to my right, if you're watching us on eagle1023.com, is our defensive coordinator, Nick Nearing. And welcome, Nick.
Good morning. Thank you, Coach.
Good morning. Yeah. Coleman is off today. A well-deserved Saturday off with all the football games that the Eagle Sports Networks covers, and we're certainly thankful to them for covering us. We're going to be talking about Lafayette Christian School football this morning. Not a great Friday night for the Cougars, as homecoming comes and homecoming goes, and and many people know my feelings about homecoming. We go down and defeat 42-23 at the hands of the Cross Point Christian Academy Cavaliers out of Williamson, Georgia. Coach, just a couple things here. Your initial thought there on Friday night's game, homecoming, and all that stuff, and your thoughts.
Well, we got off to a bad start, didn't help ourselves, got behind and had to fight back in the second half, which we did. All right, we had a chance to get the ball late in the game and down by, I think, 8 or 9 points in there, about one score, maybe two. So,
yeah.
Our guys really battled back in the second half, proud of them for that. But, we're still working. We got pieces that we need to improve on, and
yes,
that's the goal.
All right. Well, we'll unpack that as today's show unravels. And we're going to go to break right now. I'm here with Nick Nearing. I'm Nate Shaw, and you're listening to Lafayette Christian, Saturday morning quarterback, here from the Kia showroom in LaGrange on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set and that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
First down and goal to go.
In the game of football, it takes the skill and effort of a team to reach the goal line. At Commercial Bank and Trust, we know it takes the same kind of teamwork to help you reach your goals of financial security. That's why we offer a team of professionals who are dedicated to providing effective game-winning financial solutions. You'll get the expertise you need from the people you know and trust.
Touchdown!
Commercial Bank and Trust, a division of Synovus Bank. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Welcome back to the showroom here at Kia on beautiful Lafayette Parkway here in LaGrange for Lafayette Christian Saturday morning quarterback. Once again, I'm Nate Shaw here with defensive coordinator from Lafayette Christian School Cougars, Nick Nearing. We're going to be talking about last night's homecoming contest at the Cougars Den on right on the campus of Lafayette Christian School. It's kind of weird to stay at that because we've left our home over at Whitesville Road, which was our home for quite a few years, and we're very, very pleased to have our facility, brand new facility, with a lot of full stands. I would say there was 1,000 people there yesterday. But the Cougars go down and defeat 42-23. And you might think that 42 points is a lot to give up defensively, but in 8-man football, that's really not necessarily a bad thing. And the Cougar defense really throughout the season has been pretty stingy. It's been one of those things that we can kind of rely on. We just end up playing a little bit too much defense. So Coach, talk about the defensive performance overall, specifically last night, and of course how it's kind of played out this year.
Yeah, well, thank you, Coach. Just like you said, we've been having to play some defense at times because of just different things that have happened offensively. But, defensively coming into the year, we knew, and, probably both sides of the ball, too. You talk about looking at the big picture. We knew we were going to have some big shoes to fill, guys that had graduated, that had been in the program a long time. And so, just for an example, 8-man football, which we play 5 new starters on defense. So over half our defense is new faces out there. And so, overall, it's a big learning curve for a lot of those guys. But the guys have stepped up. They've been very, very responsive. We had to challenge them at times, like last night. We got behind early. We played. It was 12-0 at the half, and so we needed to rise up in the second half and make a game of it, try and make a comeback, and challenge the guys to do it at the half, and we really did. Our defensive line, I think, really stepped up at times. We had Job Tendo up front, Josh Shepard, Gary Johnson. Those are our front 3. They did a good job up there. And our linebackers, particular, I'd say John Parham, Avery Staples, have really done a good job. They forced a big fumble last night. It was a big turnover for us. And then our secondary, we've had different people had to come in there because we lost a couple of key guys last year. So, Jess Hill's our one returner in the secondary, and he's been a real staple for us. He calls our defense. Yes. He's our captain. Really appreciate him. Just outstanding young man. And then Nick Spittler and Nathan Fain have had to step in and fill in some big shoes there in the secondary. And we've struggled at times. We gave up some big plays, but as a whole, those guys have kept battling. And really, last night we had Mitch Crandall step in there for us and came up with some big tackles there. So it's guys that are having to learn. They're having to learn on the fly, so to speak. And there's going to be growing pains with that. But in the end, it's kind of like we said earlier. We gave ourselves a chance late. The guys battled back, showed a lot of character in the second half. And, those are things to build on for the future. So really proud of them. And I guess one more name to highlight, maybe Jacob Lucan on defense. He was kind of the man of the second half for us.
Oh, gosh, he
night.
just went insane in his tackles. And
he did.
And we don't talk about this a lot. We don't talk about scheme a lot. I was listening to Coach Wiggins talking about his scheme a little bit. When you play 8-man football, and you just named our front. We have 3 defense. We play a 32 front, which sounds weird to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But that's it's like playing a 43 front, really kind of and to translate over 11-man game. Sort of talk about our philosophy a little bit of what that means and what we're trying to do, because we've been a pretty defensively stout team over the past 6 years that I've been here.
Yes, sir.
And sort of unpack at least our front scheme just a little bit. Maybe our listeners that have been loyal to us and those who may be listening to thinking about how does 8-man football work. What is our philosophy down there in their trench when we're playing defensive inside, especially with our front?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. I mean, really, you kind of get the idea that maybe it's something different than 11-man football. Well, it's not. We've taken 11-man defense, paired it down to 8-man, and it's still the same type of responsibilities. Guys are playing gap defense. It's tackling. It's physical. And, coverage, we're running coverages that you'd run in an 11-man ball. So it's very much the same. It's just, it can be difficult at times because it's like, you got 3 less guys over there, and so you're always short a man, it seems like, on defense. But it's a lot of fun to watch. And the more we've been coaching, I think the more we've enjoyed it. Yep. And it's a fun game. It's football, and I think the guys love it, and we've enjoyed it every year.
Yeah. I guess I'll throw this in here too, and I didn't expect this answer, but this is one of the things that when I talk to people about 8-man football, this is one of the things that I think kind of shorts people's circuit. You have an even number,
right?
And so much of what American football in particular has been designed for is have an odd number on the field.
Correct.
And most defensive strategies that you go back to legendary coaches, they've built a defense with an odd number of people. And so we're trying to run those philosophies with an even number.
It's a challenge,
and it's a huge challenge. That's the hardest thing that I've found to do, to sort of manipulate the defense to sort of fit that philosophy, but you still have that even number of people. And it's almost like playing with that one less guy sometimes. And that's why you see some of the big point totals, because it opens up some natural gaps in the defense, and that's the whole point over onto offense is to find where that where that open spot is, and if you can exploit that, boy, you're going to have a successful line in offense.
True.
So, I guess at this point, before we flip over and talk about offense, we can go and we can get over to a break. And just once again, I'm Nate Shaw, filling in for Coleman today. I'm the head football coach over at Lafayette Christian School, here with defensive coordinator Nick Nearing. We're at the Kia showroom in LaGrange, and you are listening to Saturday Morning Quarterback, Lafayette Christian School Edition on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our star savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Truven Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
All right, welcome back to the Kia showroom in LaGrange. Coach Nearing and I are certainly glad to be here every Saturday morning. Kia is a great host to us. I bought a Kia. So I fully endorse the product, and no, there's a great staff down here.
I've ridden in it too. It's nice.
Yes, it is. We went up to a game on last Friday night on our bye week in my beautiful 2015 Kia Optima. So come on down here and talk to the staff. I bought 2 cars here, and I don't necessarily buy it here because they help promote what we're doing here with football because it's been great to buy a car here. So there's, and I don't get any money for this, and they're not going to give me any money for this, and I don't expect that. But yeah, I do believe in this, and I'm thankful for them. We're also enjoying Chick-fil-A biscuits. I have a chicken biscuit here in front of me, and there's new things down at Chick-fil-A, and they've been a great sponsor here of this program as well. So go and support what's happened locally. It gives people jobs, and that's a real thing. So now that we've taken care of that, let's get back to our game. And 23 points, and a lot of people are often happy with 23 points, Coach, but 23 points wasn't enough for us last night. It's been a similar story going back and kind of with a defensive question, sort of open it up the same way. Yeah, there's been a pattern here offensively, big picture over the week, and it certainly was the case last night about slow starts. Speak to that there, Coach.
Well, I appreciate that. Offensively, we mentioned before we didn't put up any points in the first half. So,
right, yeah.
And that was, we're not real happy about that, obviously.
No.
So, really the guys in the second half, it was a case of getting together, figuring out, okay, what's the issue here? Our offensive line, we've got a lot of new faces there too, kind of like we talked about on defense. So, it's getting people schooled up, getting them to understand their blocking assignments, and then execute. It's execution up front. And I think in the second half, that was probably one of the big things is we executed much better offensively at the line of scrimmage, getting on our blocks. And that was able really to help out our quarterback a lot. I think he really stood out for us and just stepped up huge last night in the second half. Landon Whitley.
He was the man.
He was. And he just really kind of took the team on his back and made plays, both passing and running. And just a huge game by him in the second half. Super proud of him. But, I think going back, you always, if you're having success running the ball, you got to look at your offensive line. And sometimes they get overlooked, but you can't overlook them. And so those guys did a better job in the second half. And we're young there. And then also our one starter that's coming back on the interior line, he was sick with pneumonia, playing with walking pneumonia last night, because it meant so much to him. So
he was a warrior. Good old, that's Knox Everett. We need to mention his name for sure. Knox Everett playing with walking pneumonia, and he was one tired puppy at the end of that game. And we actually had to pull him because he goes, Coach, I can go. And I said, Coach, you cannot go.
Yes.
You cannot go. That's a kind of mentality that he has. He was a warrior last night, and I hope he's not listening to this. I hope he's in bed.
Yes.
Recovering, because we're gonna want to make sure that he recovers from that.
Right.
And gets better. But offensively, I guess. It was a tale of two halves a little bit,
right.
And you were sort of mentioning that. I kind of got tongue tied a little bit there. Sorry, but the pass blocking, we could not pass block anybody.
Yeah, we struggled with that
for first half, and then there was times that in the second half that Landon just could stand back there sort of and really observe the field and make a decision. Well, there's nobody there. I guess I can scramble out and try to work somebody open or make it like what? Do you think it's a mental thing that we're struggling with, just to sort of talk out sort of between the two of us?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I do think inexperience has been a big factor, and I ain't trying to beat a dead horse with that either. But you just can't put a value on that sometimes, the value of experience. As we saw that last year. So I think that's a factor. And then too, I give Crosspoint a lot of credit because they did a good job of coming out, playing hard. Their guys got off the ball, and finally when we got adjusted to the flow of the game and we got our guys that got adjusted, and focused on their assignments, like you said, we were able to have success. And so I think it's just a matter of us being able to grow up more and get our guys focused earlier in the game on, and then executing better. And I believe we're going to get there because we're making progress in that.
Well, talk about rhythm, Coach. You hear so many people talking about offensive football, talk about rhythm.
Yes.
Can we? What do you think are the factors that may be inhibiting rhythm?
Yeah, and that's another one of those intangibles. I think a lot of times, if you're watching a football game, you see the X's and O's, you see stuff out there, and it's easy to, look at those things and be like, oh man, why did he make that play? But there's so many factors going on under the surface or behind the scenes, and it's like that, like there, you say, rhythm with the guys, be able to get a rhythm and get confidence. Those things are huge, and so. You look at our game, our guys being able to settle down, and to kind of get into a method, a rhythm, with things. And that's just really big, because that's going to give them more confidence. And, again, we just got to keep grooming our guys in that, and it's going to come. It's high school football, and that's part of the game, right? It's part of coaching and part of the challenge.
It is definitely part of that. So at that point, we're going to take a break here. I'm Nate Shaw, and I'm here with defensive coordinator from Lafayette Christian School Cougars, Nick Neary. We're here at the showroom, at the Key of LaGrange showroom on Lafayette Parkway. Come back and see us, and come down and see us. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back to talk more. Lafayette Christian School Saturday morning quarterback here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Key of LaGrange. Our game plan is set, and our 16-model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now, you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our Star Savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112. Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry
Welcome
Brady,
back.
pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm Nate Shaw, head coach of Lafayette Christian School here at Saturday Morning Quarterback, Lafayette Christian School Edition, here from the Kia showroom in LaGrange. And I'm here with defense coordinator Nick Nearing. We're talking Lafayette Christian School football. And it comes and goes every year, and that's the great homecoming festival. Congratulations to Callaway Cavaliers. They won their homecoming yesterday, and they beat Upson Lee. And it was a big win for them. Of course, Coach Wiggins is we get to talk with him on a pretty regular basis, and I actually saw Coach Wiggins on Tuesday as well at an event.
Gridiron Club, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Gridiron Club.
That's
and
right.
of course, was able to converse with the coaches there. Saw Tanner Glisson there too. They have a bye week, and they'll be back next week here for Saturday Morning Quarterback. But we had homecoming festivities, and despite the loss, which sort of affects you and I most, Coach. But there's people that actually do other things for homecoming and that they actually enjoy it. So so what happened here for the homecoming and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, like you said, it may not be our pick as far as a game, with everything going on, but homecoming is a good event. There's a lot of great stuff and a lot of great support from the school and our parents, our families, and I think last night really our booster club and just our families as a whole. We just had a great atmosphere. People were tailgating out there, had a huge crowd. Our opponents, Cross Point, traveled really well, and we just it was just a great atmosphere all around. And I really like to thank them, all those people for coming out and supporting last night. Was outstanding, and with our facilities that are under construction, our headmaster, our administration done a great job of really getting that developed in place, and we really were able to use those things last night, like our concession stand, and which was just really cool to see over there. You got the building opened up, and people are getting concessions, and so it was just a really good atmosphere in that respect, and we appreciate H&H Builders too and Terry Hester, and they've done a great job, just working around the clock over there.
They've really hustled to kind of make sure that we are in that facility, and it's amazing how quickly that they get the public bathrooms.
Yes,
and you can pull the porta potties out, and actually it feels like a real. It's like a real home field.
That's right. So that was great. And then, of course, our sponsors, that have been so faithful to us, Jackson Heating and Air, Fair to Remember, Edward Jones, and just their support. We really appreciate them, too, and all our athletic sponsors,
right.
Stepping up and supporting us. So, it was a great atmosphere night, and in the second half it was exciting there. So, I think the fans got a good game in the end, and we're just going to keep pressing forward from here on, and I think we got a lot of good stuff ahead of us the rest of the season.
All right. Well, I think we'll have one more break here. We got one more break, guys. Okay. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about next week's matchup because the GICAA football season rolls on regardless of how much we want to sit here and just pout. But we're not pouting. We're going to move on, and we're going to move on to next week. We'll talk about that next. I'm Nate Shaw. Here's Nick Nearing, defense coordinator at Lafayette Christian School. You're listening to Saturday Morning Quarterback on Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Our game plan is set and our 16 model Kia's got to go to make room for the 17 models that are arriving daily. This means extra savings for you for all our 16 models. Right now you can take home a 16 Kia Optima LX for as low as $19,900. With prices like this, they won't last long. Hurry to 1217 Lafayette Parkway and let our star savings team help you get in the Kia of your dreams. Check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 19112.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Truven Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
All right, welcome back to Saturday Morning Quarterback, Lafayette Christian School Edition. We're talking about a homecoming 2016. It didn't work out so well for the Cougars, 42-23 loss for those who may just be joining us. And, hey, Coach, I forgot one thank you.
Yes, sir.
And an acknowledgement. Our boy, Max Bennett, listens to us on the radio. I want to give a big shout-out to probably the biggest Cougar fan.
That's right.
And probably the biggest Georgia Bulldog fan that I've ever met in my life, and that is Max Bennett. Is he a freshman or sophomore?
I believe he's a sophomore.
Sophomore over at Lafayette. We both have him in class. Great kid.
Yes.
If you're listening, Max, get your homework done, buddy. No, thanks for listening to us, and thanks for being a big Cougar fan. We're going to move on to next week. Who do we got next week, Coach?
Next week we got Ballard from Opelika coming to our place. It's going to be senior night. And it's going to be, a chance for us to have a home game here and bounce back. And we got a lot of history with them. It's kind of a rivalry.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it will be a good game. That's always we were just talking in the break, and we have maybe too many rivals. Maybe we need to kick some of our rivals away and maybe focus in on a couple. But and some people don't know this, that really 8-man football here in this area kind of all started up at the same time. And so some of these rivals like Cross Point and Ballard, and you look up north to Roopville a little bit, Holy Ground.
Yes.
I mean, they've had their programs really for about all the same amount of time, and that's why
about a decade.
You kind of build this little core of schools that you play a lot, and that's kind of where that comes from.
Yeah, that's a good point, like you say, and it's growing too. There's almost 30 teams this year playing 8-man football, so it's a growing thing.
Yeah. Well, our league of the GICAA has done a great job to recruit schools and to encourage them to start and say, hey, look, is this what we can do at your school? Look at the Lafayette, look at Cross Point, look at Holy Ground, look at some of the schools here, Colonial Hills, Praise Academy,
that's
up in the Atlanta area. So some of the traditionals, Harvester Christian, of course, too. Well, that's good. So if you're interested in coming to senior night over at the Cougars Den, we have concessions. We have working restrooms now. Come out, check out our new facility. I know a lot of people oftentimes go to games here in town, and we certainly want you to go to support Troop, support LaGrange, support Callaway. But come over and give Lafayette a tour and come out, check out our new facility. We'll be playing at the Cougars Den at 7:30 next Friday. And, you can tune into Eagle Sports Network and listen to one of the other games. And if you're at the other games, check us out. Our home station is TRP 620. I know Coleman doesn't necessarily mind that I throw them out there, but they've been good to us, and so is Eagle Sports. We're proud to be on both and be part of the fabric of high school football here in Troup County, and we're just grateful for that. And, still we've said this many times. When we put that silver trophy up in our trophy case, we felt we were helping to add to the legacy of some of the great high school football that's been played in this area.
That's right.
So we're very proud of that. Coach, thank you for coming out.
Thank you, Coach.
Tonight or this morning and helping. It feels like tonight. It's that part of the time of the season. But thanks for coming out this morning. Thanks for listening here this morning. We're going to wrap it up here from the Kia showroom in LaGrange. For the guys here, the crew here, for Jacob, for Terrell, and Britt's back in the studio. As far as I know, thank you guys for doing such a great job and this morning. Thanks to Coleman for letting me fill in for him here, and I hope he enjoys his time away from here. And for Coach Nearing, I'm Nate Shaw. You've been listening to Lafayette Christian School Saturday Morning Quarterback on Eagle Sports Network.